Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this could be the end of Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. Just yesterday, Mike Waltz was among those who was let go from the National Security Advisor's position. That role now is being filled by Secretary of State Marco Rubio temporarily. That being said, Mr. Waltz was nominated to be the United States Ambassador to the United Nations, a great post. I wouldn't call it a promotion, but a great post. And I'm glad that he wasn't just unilaterally flung to the wolves, that he wasn't just cast aside like he didn't matter, because that's important. But now experts, and I mean there's a lot of them, that are chiming in. They smell blood. They can taste the blood. They are chiming in. They're saying Pete Hegseth is next. Now, Trump waited 2 months to fire Waltz. And you have to wonder if they're right, if these experts are correct that Pete Hegseth is next. I know that he's on thin ice. Has to be on thin ice, because if you embarrass the president, and some people believe he did, you are on thin ice with him pretty quickly. Hegseth was a controversial pick from the beginning, barely got past the Senate. There were Republicans who voted against him. Trump spent a lot of political capital to get him in that position. I don't think he wants to just abandon it and put in some establishment guy right away. I also believe that when you're taking fire, it's because you're over the target, and I think Pete is over the target. He's getting rid of a lot of the deep state actors there, and they're fighting back. Maybe they're trying to sabotage him. I don't know, but Pete has to not keep making his own mistakes. That will help him to keep that position. But this expert, and more than this expert, but this expert I'm about to show you, believes Hegseth is next to go. I want you to watch this, and then let me know what you think in the comments.
To show that they were so loyal to him, that is Donald Trump and his cult of personality, that they would be willing to vote to confirm somebody like Hegseth. Don't forget, I think Donald Trump had at least 5 secretaries of defense in his first administration because none of the people would be subservient enough to Donald Trump. All of those people, to one extent or another, believe they had a duty to the Constitution and a duty to our troops. In Pete Hegseth, he found somebody whose loyalty is only to one person. That's Donald Trump. And I'm sure that President Trump believes that somehow he'll put this crisis behind him by throwing Waltz over the side. But I don't think that's going to work.
Senator, are you hearing anything, whispers behind the scenes there from your Senate Republican colleagues, those who opposed Pete Hegseth audibly, vociferously before the actual confirmations hearing, saying there was no way they were going to vote for him? Susan Collins comes to mind. I mean, what kind of a position does it put them in today? What are they saying?
Well, I think it puts them in a terrible position, and we have to continue to work and work and work to make sure the American people know how crazy this is. I mean, they have said that it's not classified. They have said that it wasn't battle plans. I hate to say this in a sense, but as a member of the Intelligence Committee, I've rarely seen anything as classified as what Pete Hegseth put out in that signal chain. And I believe these drumbeats are going to grow and grow and grow. And you know, you've seen President Trump said there's no way Waltz is ever going to be ejected by his administration. Now he has been. And I think Pete Hegseth will not be far behind.
Senator, I know that we brought you on to talk about tariffs. I thank you for taking questions on this breaking news.